All right, guys, welcome to the broadcast. Hopefully, the sound is loud and direct, and you can hear everything that is going on here because I know I have some sound issues sometimes. This is a follow up because I know that at this point, most people have seen the State of the African Union address. So I'm following this up now with a specific live show about the 300 initiative that I've started and talking about the impact that it can have, answering some questions, doing some Q&A. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Okay? So welcome everybody to the show. Welcome everybody to the show. Make yourselves comfortable. I'm going to wait for a few more people to get in here. And then once people get in here, we will get going with the broadcast. Okay? So get yourself situated. As always, guys, please introduce yourselves as you come into the live as usual. Okay. Introduce yourselves as you come into the live as usual, guys. Good evening. I know it's evening for most people. We'll try and keep this constrained today because the last few lives that I've done have really been extensive. Hi, G. How are you, G? Welcome. Welcome, and welcome to the Instagram community as well. If you're listening in on Instagram, as always, please let me know where you're hailing from, your background, introduce yourselves in the chat as you come into the live show. Everybody introduce yourselves as you come into the live show. Ryle in Hawaii, okay. Inner Sanctum. Rahil in Hawaii, okay. Okay. I don't think I've actually seen anybody from Hawaii before. That's good. Eros Nectar, what's up? How are you? How are you? UAE, Esther Osai, UAE. Your G is in the Netherlands. Okay. Let me bring some of you guys in here. Let me bring some of you guys on the screen. G is in the Netherlands. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Esther Osai is in the UAE. Welcome to the show. Stephen Lwangai is in South Africa. Well, he's South African. I don't know if he's in South Africa. Welcome to the show. TikTokers, welcome to the live. If you're coming in on TikTok, make sure that you're multi-tapping the screen. Make sure that you're multi-tapping the screen if you are on TikTok. Getting those lives up. Like and share the live if you are listening in on TikTok. Roy in Jamaica. Roy Bailey, what's up? Eros Nectar is from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Okay, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, guys. I always wonder whether or not when I do the lives, if I should do it as a vertical, because sometimes the vertical lives actually have, well, it definitely has more reach on YouTube because it goes into the vertical feed. But at the end of the day, I think the reason why I don't even do that is that when I have these sorts of topics that I want to discuss, these topics are more serious, and I'm not really looking for fair weather people who are just browsing on their feeds and just happen to stumble on the live. I'm not really looking for those sorts of people. So that's actually the reason why I don't do them vertical for particular topics like we're going to be discussing today. That's why I don't do it vertical for particular topics like we are going to be discussing today. Let me actually get some of this stuff sorted out here. So, guys, like I said, this is a follow-up because it's the first live that I'm doing since the union address was done yesterday. So this is a follow-up to that. I'm going to, it's really a Q&A. I'm going to be answering questions about your thoughts on the State of the Union, because I know a lot of people, when I did the live yesterday, most people hadn't seen it. Now, I hope that everybody who's coming on the live today, you have seen it, so we can have a constructive conversation about that. Also, the 300 sign up form is going to be in the description of this video. So if you want to sign up to the 300, it is going to be in the description of this video. And as I said before, please do not sign up if you are not serious, okay? There's no big deal if you don't want to sign up. That's completely fine. But don't just do it on a whim. Only sign up to this thing if you are committed and serious about being a part of this group, because this group is an exclusive group. And I do not want people who are not serious to be in the group, people who do not open the emails, people who are not taking things seriously. I do not want that. Okay? So please, please, please take it seriously. This is not a joke. If you sign up to this thing, take it seriously, please. Welcome to the live, everybody who is joining. Welcome to the live. Everybody who is joining, welcome to the live. Yes, guys. So yeah, well, and also I will definitely be talking about the Rwanda thing and Congo thing. I will definitely M23 and all the stuff that is going on over there. I'll definitely be talking about that. I just, obviously want to do a bit more research to brush up on things. I do obviously know the history of it, but I want to definitely brush up a little bit to make sure that I'm completely on point before I do a video on that. So I'll probably record it today, and I might even release it today. Which is, for me, it's Sunday, so I might actually release it. My thoughts on that, because I know that that's obviously a very pertinent issue right now. But I wanted to make sure that I've got my ducks in a row, and I know what is going on. Everybody who's coming into TikTok, please multi-tap the screen, like and share the live, like and share the live. Let's get at least 100 people in on the TikTok channel. Let's get at least 100 people in on the TikTok channel. Instagram is going to get disconnected after an hour because they only give you an hour of service. So that's going to be disconnected within an hour. Animation Horizons, good evening. What's your hope for Africa this year? Well, you should watch my State of the African Union address, Animation Horizons. If you want to know what my hopes are, you should watch my State of the African Union address to find out what my hopes are. That's what you should do. You should do that. We're only going to be here for an hour. We're only going to be here for an hour. I'm just seeing who is available. I am seeing who is available. I actually realized that, sometimes, maybe because of the way that the live shows work, I might start doing this on vertical, because I think that it doesn't really alert people in the same way when you do it horizontal. But the beauty of the horizontal lives is that I can actually reuse them for multiple things. It's easier to repurpose these as opposed to when it's vertical and it's really obviously constrained to a vertical screen. Welcome to the live, guys. TikTokers, thank you, Silverhawks. Thank you, Silverhawks, for the likes on TikTok. And yeah, guys, obviously, look, the Congo thing is crazy, obviously, but it is a thing that has been going on for a long time. And it is exacerbated by the scramble for resources in that region. I mean, that's the reason why things are always so messed up over there, is because, everybody's being played against each other, because the destabilization allows the resources to continue to be pillaged. The destabilization allows the resources to continue to be pillaged. That is the reality of the situation in Congo and Rwanda, guys. That is the reality of the situation in Congo and Rwanda. But as I said, we will be talking about it in more detail. So please, guys, now let me get a sign. How many of you have seen the State of the African Union address that I posted? How many of you have actually watched it? How many of you have actually watched it? The State of the African Union address. Can you give me a 1 in the chat if you've seen it? Everybody give me a 1 in the chat if you've seen the State of the African Union address. TikTok, give me a 1 in the chat if you've seen the State of the African Union address video. I know that TikTok have a lot of people on TikTok haven't seen it because my videos on TikTok do not get any reach anymore. They do not get any reach. G, I think that you're even in the 300, G. G, I think that you've actually even joined the 300. I think I saw your application. G, I think I saw your application. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that you? G might have sent an application in for the 300. Let me know if that was you. Congratulations, G, for being part of the 300. You know, messages are going to be going out. Care packages are going to be going out to the 300 applicants very, very soon. Maybe even today, Sunday. Care packages will be going out to the 300 applicants very, very soon. Yes, G, listen, you know, we've got to we have to take a stand. We have to take a stand, G. You know, if we don't, who will? Sweden, they don't want to push out content like this. Of course they don't. Let's get the live going, TikTok. So, you know, let's get at least a few hundred people in here. So TikTok is up to you. Like and share the live. Multi-tap the screen. So I'm multi-tapping. Keep liking. Let's get the likes up to at least 5,000. Multi-tap the screen, like and comment. Pride Lightning. What is the 300? Pride Lightning. Did you watch the State of the African Union address video? Did you watch it? Pride Lightning, did you watch it? The video is about the union between Africa and the diaspora, the thoughts of the year ahead for Africa, the fact that we are at a pivotal point, a turning point, the inspiration that the Sahel Alliance has given to Black and African people and people in the diaspora. And what I believe we must do if we are to take advantage of the opportunity that we have right now. And believe me, it is an opportunity. Believe me, it is an opportunity. We have an opportunity to rise as a community and to unify. And the 300 is a community that I'm starting, which is independent of all platforms. This is not on Patreon, GoFundMe, Kickstarter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. None of those things. It is our thing where I've called out to my community and said 300 people who are willing to support my work to create material for the benefit, education, and enlightenment of the African community independently. 300 people where we are now self-funding. And not only that, like the 300 group, we vote on the project. So we have the projects and it is once a quarter. So every quarter we come together, we do a vote. And then after we do the vote, you put in the funds and it is 100 minimum. So you have to be able to afford $100 minimum. You can put in more, but it's $100 minimum every quarter. So every 3 months. So it's not every month, every week, every 3 months. You put in that 100 after we voted, and then at the end of the quarter, I deliver what you voted on. So my responsibility is to deliver what the 300 voted on, and then we will release it to the community, the African and diaspora community. So the 300 will be responsible for financing the work that I'm doing and responsible for deciding on the projects that get done. That way, there is no algorithm, there is no sponsors, there is no investors, there is no censorship. It is completely independent. Absolutely and completely independent. Everybody on TikTok, like and share the live. Everybody on TikTok, like and share the live. If you're on Instagram, like and share the live. If you're on Instagram, like and share the live. Comment, like and share the live. If you're on YouTube, like and share the live. You know, we're listening in from multiple channels now. We're on X, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Telegram, we're on TikTok. We're on 5 different platforms broadcasting this show at the moment. But that is what the 300 is. The Sahel passport video was a long time ago, Stephen Luangai. I have to do a follow-up on that, actually. I need to do a Sahel passport follow-up video. But there's so much going on that I haven't even had time. Thank you, Mosan. Police Peanut Punch, what's up? Hussein Ahmad, what's up? Renegade, what's up? Thank you for liking the live, guys. Let's get this TikTok channel. Let's get us up to 100 people in this live TikTok. If you're on X, it counts, Jamaican King. I didn't know you could comment from X. Wow. Jamaican King, you're in X? I didn't know you could comment from there. That's amazing. That's cool. So TikTok, Jamaican King, you're listening on X? Jamaican King, you're listening on X? Or you're watching live on X? I didn't know you could comment from X. That's really good. I thought that it was just viewing. I didn't know you could actually leave comments directly from X. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to use X a bit more for these lives. I didn't know you could, I thought that X was just visual, like you couldn't actually comment live on it. I didn't know that you could do that. That's amazing. Like and share the live TikTok. Anyway, so that is what the 300 is. And the question is whether or not we will get 300 people. There's people who are very optimistic about it. And, I said that, it's going to take a while to get 300, but some folks said that, no, you'll get 300 really quick. Let us see. I looked at the stats today. We already have 30, which is actually pretty damn good. Within the first 24 hours, I've got 30 people who've joined, who've applied for the 300. That's pretty good. That's actually more than I was expecting. I didn't think it would be that much that quickly. So we already have 30 people who have applied for the 300. I have to give a round of applause for the 30 people who have applied for the 300. Yes, NB, the State of the Union address was posted yesterday. Yes. Yes. That is the State of the Union address video was posted yesterday. But yeah, man, people don't promote my thing. Like TikTok is they've killed me on TikTok, They've absolutely killed me on TikTok. Like I'm not able to do anything there. I'm not able to do anything there. I don't get my videos do not get pushed. Don Marsh, I'd love to help, but I'd have to check my budget first. Don Marsh, if you have to check your budget, please do not join. I do not want anybody that this is difficult for. That's not what this is for. This is not the typical sort of community. This is for people who it is easy for you to put in at least 100 every 3 months. If that is not easy for you, that you don't even have to think about it, please do not join. Because this is very serious. I do not want people who come in and leave and a month, a quarter comes and they don't, I'm having difficulties. I don't want anybody like that in it. And that's fine. Please do not take it as if this is a compulsory thing. This is for the people who this is comfortable for. Because this community needs to be dependable and consistent. So if you have to check your budget, please do not join. Please do not join. It is no slight on you. I know things at times are hard for a lot of people. That is not what this is about. I am not trying to squeeze my community for dollars. I'm not. You will still continue to receive free material, free content, free videos, free live shows like you've been receiving for the last 2 years. That's not going to change. This is specifically for the people who have the wherewithal to take that next step. It's the Sahel Alliance. Everybody hasn't joined the Sahel Alliance. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, other people haven't joined. Everybody isn't like them. Similarly, this is our Sahel Alliance. I do not expect everybody to join, but I would hope that there are 300 of us within all the people that follow and subscribe to me that are willing to do what we've got to do. Because once we have that power, and I know that we have that group, and we can start having meetings and talking about the things that we need to make and the things that we need to do, it is only the beginning. It is only the beginning. Because I believe that once we've shown that we can do that, more people will actually join, and we might have to rename it to the 1,000. One day we'll rename it to the 10,000. You know what I'm saying? One day we might have to rename it to the 10,000. But for now, 300 is enough. Let us see if we can actually make that target. I said it would take 3 months, no, 2 months. Virgil said it would take 1 month, but he said it could possibly take 2 months, but I think it would take 2 months to get it. It shouldn't. It should only take 48 hours at the most, but let us see. Let us see. Welcome everybody to the chat. We're talking about the 300. We're talking about African unity, the bridge between Africa and the diaspora. We're also going to be we are also touching on other topics of interest. And you know, we've briefly talked about the Congo situation. Like I said, that place is a place that for as long as I've been alive, they've been fighting wars. That is a place that as long as I've been alive, they've been fighting wars in the Congo. So I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. Where's the link to commit? Mike Trill NG. This is MJ Ani. MJ Ani, didn't you already apply? What are you talking? MJ Ani, like you're on my Substack. You're on my newsletter. So you had didn't you get the email? The email has the sign up link in it. The link is also in my profile bio on my account. You can go to there's so many places that I put the link. How didn't you get it? How didn't you get it? MJ Ani. I've put the link everywhere. I've put the link everywhere. Stabilization from Western powers. Yeah, I mean, look, the reality of things, you know, that I'm looking at now is that, you know, these are pivotal times, man. Like, you know, I'm looking at Nigeria as well. Like Nigeria is on the edge. Ghana, they just changed their leadership, but Ghana's on the edge. It's on the edge. You know, like and the question is like, I just hope that we will not have chaos in Nigeria. I hope that we will not have chaos in Nigeria. That is what I hope. Because the fact that there's going to be unrest is inevitable. The question is whether we will have chaos there. Because you know, people cannot survive as that long in the condition that Nigeria is in without something happening. That's my concern. People are not going to last that long in the condition that Nigeria is in without something happening. Don Marsh, we are on the verge of something great. That is the reason why I'm looking at all of these platforms. I'm saying none of these platforms are going to help us. None of them. None of these platforms. I'm looking at TikTok. The kind of material I put out, the fact that a platform like TikTok doesn't promote my videos, doesn't help my videos. I'm struggling against the algorithm, pushing. People are saying that we don't see your material. Why are we not seeing you? Why are we not? Oh, what the hell was that? Why are we not seeing you? Why are we not getting your material? We've got to get around this. We've got to get around it. Kwaku Brempong, Africa needs Nigeria to work. I completely agree with you. Everybody on TikTok, like and share the live, please. Like and share the live. Like and share the live. Double tap, multi-tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, like and share the live. On my TikTok, how do I only have 10 people in the TikTok channel live? That's insane. Why are there only 11 people in the TikTok? That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Little Body Val, can I look on Instagram? Okay, looking on Instagram, what do you have a question for me? Do you have a question for me? I mean, I am looking on Instagram. I'm looking at all my channels. Is there something that you have for me? Black Warrior, listen, when you post quality content, you do not get reach. That is the reason why people post nonsense, because that is what gets them reach. That's the reason why people post nonsense. I don't think people understand that we are in a battle right now. Diani Brusco, what would you like to know? Diani Brusco. What would you like to know also? And I already said that I'm going to talk about Congo. You know, I have to do a bit more work on that. I'll talk about that. Yeah, that's the reason why people keep trying to mess and destabilize Nigeria, because obviously if Nigeria get it together, it is over. As I've always said, it's like the Nigerian mentality and personality. Nigerian mentality and personality is, you know, if that country gets it together, it is over with. It is completely over with if Nigeria gets their act together. You know? It is completely over with if Nigeria gets its act together. But will we? You know? I think that people, you need to go to Nigeria to really understand how messed up the place is. The reality is Africa wants independence. They will have to go to war, risk genocide, occupation, correct? Greetings, Rob. Continue your great work. There is a vibe in the air. You only have 13 on IG. Yeah, listen, that's the reason why I don't go out. Listen, I don't take... IG to me is not serious anymore. Like it's like all these platforms, that Meta-owned platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I do what I'm doing here is now to just grab people who I believe are serious about what we're trying to do and get them onto my newsletter. And then I've got my 300 funding model now. So my newsletter is obviously going to be the thing that I can at least know I reach people because it's directly in your email. And the funding, I'm not going to get sponsorships. Who the hell is going to sponsor what I do? Do you think that there are, how many people do you know out there who have almost 1 million people following them and making the videos that the kinds of engagement I get? Because I get a lot of engagement, a lot of comments, a lot of engagement, likes, shares, and so forth, who has no sponsorship. It's hard to find that. I don't have sponsorship. There's nobody paying me anything to do what I do. And I understand why. It's because, look, the material I'm making is not sponsorable material. It's not sponsorable material. Hence why I'm like, yeah, I've got to create completely independent revenue streams and monetization and distribution and promotion and stuff for all my material, because I cannot rely on any of these systems to do it for me. Of course, the TikTok algorithm is dead. And I think that something happened when they were, you know, America wanted to ban them, and then they've completely, it was bad before. I think it's worse now. I think that it's very difficult for anybody in the community that we have to do anything. Zedets, keep up the momentum. It will build over time. Zedets, I'm not a robot. I'm not a robot. I think that's the funny thing, because people usually say, oh, just keep going. I'm like, listen, this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. I'm not a machine, you know. I've got to survive. So that stuff, I'm like, no. The direction I'm going in 2025, it is for the true dedicated people who are serious. I'm trying to congregate that and to consolidate. Oh, thank you. Thank you, 747. Thank you, 747. YouTube is infected too. Even my junk food posts are dead on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, look, YouTube has been better to me. YouTube has been better to me, that's for sure. YouTube has been better to me. So I've actually gotten a little bit more traction there. So there's a French channel called L'Investisseur Africain. He does the same thing, mixed with updates on his businesses too. 500K subs. That's my point. It's like, do you know what kind of subscriber base African creators who talk sense could have? 20 million. If YouTube and all these platforms promoted what we do you know how many there's 100 million, 200 million. We would have Mr. Beast numbers. We would have Mr. Beast numbers. The thing is that the content that we make, then they're not promoting this sort of stuff to people. So when I even hear that, even with me, or people have a 500,000, 200,000, 1 million, that is peanuts compared to what Africa got. Do you know how many Africans are subscribed to Mr. Beast? Are subscribed to all of this nonsense, subscribed to Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you know how many Africans are subscribed to Cristiano Ronaldo? I would not be surprised if at least 50 million Africans are subscribed to Cristiano Ronaldo. If 20 million are subscribed to Messi. Do you think guys who are hungry and starving, if they were hearing proper conversations about things that could save their lives, could save their children, that they wouldn't subscribe to that? Come on, guys. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science, guys. It's absolutely not rocket science. Do you have a staff to help you with all of which you are doing? Black Warrior, no. I have to do all my research, production, content by myself. Which is why like my 300 is being started, because I'm like, listen, I can't rely on like little bits of donations or memberships and things. I can't rely on, YouTube ad revenue, and I can't rely on all of this sort of stuff. I have to create a proper funding model so I can hire a staff. My staff would be headquartered in Nigeria and other places. I want to give people jobs. So I'm going to hire people in Africa, hire people in Kenya, in Nigeria, hire people in Burkina Faso, for the French arm, Cameroon. That's what I'm going to be doing. Hire people, put money in people's pockets who can help me do what I've got to do. These are all things that are on the table. These are all things that are on the table. It is never, ever militant. I'm not militant. Take that word out of the, when people try to say, militant. No, this is not militant. Fighting for your freedom and salvation is not militancy. It isn't militancy. Mary Antoinette Perry, I just joined today and can't be, you're going in a great direction. Mary Antoinette Perry, I did see your application. Thank you so much. Mary Antoinette Perry has joined the 300. She's applied for the 300. Thank you so much. I will be, obviously, like I said, there will be a care package information going out to everybody who has joined already. We have 30 people who've already joined. So we're already a 10th of the way in after one day. 30 people have joined the 300 already after a day, which is not bad at all. So who knows, we might actually hit that target faster than I thought we would. We might hit that target faster than I thought we would. Locally sourced. What is the 300? What is the 300? Local sourced. Have you watched my State of the African Union address? If you've not, please leave the live now and go to my channel and watch the State of the African Union address so you know what the 300 is. TikTok live is dead. My TikTok live is dead. My TikTok account is dead. It's finished. I've got 4 people on my TikTok live. 4. It's finished. 700,000 TikTok followers, and I've got 4 people in the live. On this particular account, I've got 80,000, almost 80,000 people on it, and I've got 4 people in the live. TikTok is dead. TikTok videos I post, 200 views a video, 400 views a video. TikTok is dead. It's finished. That's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, guys. If I go and post the videos I posted about Nigeria, no views. Videos I posted about the Sahel Alliance TikTok, no views. The videos I posted about loans, no views. The video that I'm going to post about Congo and Rwanda is not going to get views on TikTok. They're not going to promote nada from me, nothing. So why am I wasting my time over there? Why am I wasting my time over there? Of course, I have awareness of what's going on in Sudan. If you don't watch my channel, then you wouldn't. I've talked about Sudan already. What are you talking about? I can't talk about Sudan every day. I can't talk about Congo every day. I'm one guy. So I can't talk about all of these things every single day. Of course, I know what is going on in Sudan. All this stuff, Faro 561, you are clearly new to my channel. Maybe you're new or you haven't watched the State of the Union address. You've not been on my lives. I don't do talk. The whole thing about we need our own platform, we need our own, that's talk. I'm all about action. I'm all about action. So yes, identify we have an issue with not having a platform. What are we doing about it? That's the way I think. What are we doing about it? So I'm setting about that. Okay, let's focus and let me bring these things together. First of all, the funding circle needs to be solidified. The 300 needs to be solidified. When the 300 is solidified, those are the people I will be having the conversations with as to how to do what we've got to do. It is with that community that I will have the conversations of what do we need and how do we make that happen. I'm not going to be having those conversations with the general public because we know that the platforms are not supportive of that conversation whatsoever. Everybody like and share the live. Multi-tap the screen if you're on TikTok. Multi-tap the screen. Let's get these likes up. Like and share the live if you're on TikTok. Multi-tap the screen. Marie Antoinette Perry, of course not. Of course they don't give you full access. I am not reading your comments because I can't read everybody. I'm not focused on you. I've got 4 different screens that I'm looking at here. And you're just, I can't focus on one person. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Well, I don't apologize. I'm just letting you know what the deal is. Yes, you know, I mean, look, it's a sad situation. It's a sad situation that we've got. Like I was saying yesterday, it's like, look, man, we are the only ones who are even going to talk about the positive things going on in Africa. Like everything that these guys are reporting. When last have you seen a report in Western media talking about positive, constructive things that is going on in Africa that doesn't concern them? That's the defining factor. That doesn't concern, like they're not praising themselves for what they are helping to do there. Nothing. And listen, that's completely fine. I'm not saying that they have to. They haven't got any responsibility to do that because we know that everybody's looking out for themselves. But that's the reality of things. That's the reality of things. That is the reality of things. Caleb Life, did you join the 300? I saw a comment, Caleb Life. Did you join the 300? Did you apply? Because I saw a comment where I thought that maybe you had sent in an application. Did you apply to the 300? Caleb Life? Did you apply to the 300? Listen, it'll be amazing if we got up to 100 people today because we were on 30 now. If we manage to get to 100 today, my Lord, then I'll have to revise my expectations. I will have to revise my expectations. I will have to revise my expectations. Because like I said, then we're in business. The second we hit that number, we're in business. Because then I'll actually be able to start doing things without worrying. And because part of it is like you're concerned because, for example, a story like this Congo-Rwanda thing comes out. I've looked into it. I know about the M23. I know about the history of how the Rwanda-Congo situation started. I know about the history of the Rwanda genocide in 94 and what that led to exacerbating the situation. I know the kind of nonsense that Blackwater and people have been doing in that region. I know about the situation with all these corporations in the Congo who are taking the resources out and benefiting from the unrest that are going on. I know about all of these things. And I look at this and say, okay, look, I would love to obviously make something and make something of quality, a video that would actually educate people on that situation. The issue with that, though, is time. You see that if you don't have the resources to, what's the word? Not allocate, delegate tasks to people, whereby you have a crew, you have a group, it's impossible for me to cover everything. Because at the same time, I also want to deal with the history. I want the history is so important because it is through the history that we can actually look at we can actually have context for the conflicts that are happening in Africa right now. If you know the history of the Congo and Rwanda, then you will understand the situation right now. You know? Then you will understand. Caleb Life, like I said to everybody here, anybody joining the 300, please do not join if it is not comfortable. Please. If it is something you have to think about, something you have to look at your finances, don't join it, please. I don't want anybody who comes into that group who is going to bounce in and out and leave and come. I don't want that. I do not want that. Okay, please. Don't do it for your ego. Don't do it for your emotions. Do it on a pragmatic, thoughtful process. Please. Okay? I do not want anybody joining who it is not comfortable for you to join. All right? That is very important. Watch the State of the African Union address, which is on my channel. It is the State of the African Union, the video I released yesterday. That will give you the information of the 300. And I'm going to post a separate video. I'm going to cut out the section I talk about the 300 in that video, and I will also post that as well separately so that people can just access that video individually. I'll do it as a short and as a video, just so people can have that. Maybe as a short. I think maybe it will last. Maybe it's under 3 minutes. So I'll probably be able to take that section out and create a short from it and post that. But please do not join if it is difficult for you. If you cannot afford $100 once every 3 months, please do not join. Because that's the minimum. If you can't afford to do that once every 3 months, do not join. You know? No problem, Power Matthew. Check it out. And if you join, you know, we'll love to have you. Like I said, this is a serious community that we're building. It's a serious community that we're building. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Whew. Man, this room is a little bit chilly, man. Damn. Last 15 minutes of the live show, guys. I'll be logging off in 15 minutes. So it's the last 5 minutes of the last 15 of the live show. You know what I might do? So I can focus, I might close down my TikTok account. Just so I don't think about TikTok anymore. Indigenous brother, it is the last video I released. So go to the most recent video on my YouTube account, and that's the video you should watch. Not the live shows. Go to the last video. That's the video. Go to the last video. That's the video. You know what I might do? I might, man, should I post? I need to post that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to cut out that video and post it as a short after this live. So people just have it. I'm going to cut out that video and post it as a short. Just so people can access it. And I'll post that short everywhere because just so it is within that video, but just so people can access it easily. Yeah, guys. I mean, I think it's going to be an interesting situation. I think, for this year, like I really think that obviously the inspiration that people have had from what has happened is I'm really excited for it. And even doing what I'm doing with this community, and creating a 300 and doing this, I'm excited about the potential once we hit that mark of what is possible. I'm really excited of what is possible because I think it's somebody that told me this. He said, look, everybody isn't ready to be free. Like, I said that before, and everybody isn't ready to do anything to be free. It's a very scary thing for a lot of people to actually do something, because then it means that you're taking responsibility. It's easier to look at other people doing it and watching and cheering. So it's easier to stand from the stand and go, yeah, go, you go, you go, you go, as opposed to you being involved in actually helping. People, a lot of people don't have that in them. A lot of people don't have that in them. And I've been there. I'm not saying that I'm immune to that mentality. Caleb Life, are you saying you joined already? I said that I thought you said you were thinking about it. I thought you were thinking about it. I didn't know you said that you were thinking about it. I didn't know you joined. The first project would be some sort of a documentary then. Arthur Dev, that is what we decide on. That is what we decide on. What the first project is we vote. The 300 will vote on it. So there'll be a list of projects, and then we will vote and decide what the project is going to be for that quarter. I will not be the one dictating what the project is. We will vote on it. Yes, Power Matthew, watch that video. Locally Sourced has signed up to the 300. Congratulations, Locally Sourced, you're part of the solution. Congratulations, Locally Sourced, you're part of the solution. Let me give him a round of applause. Uh-oh. Can you hear that? Why is it not playing? Hold on. Why is my round of applause not playing? Why is my round of applause not playing? Did you hear that? Thank you, Locally Sourced. Thank you, Locally Sourced. Oh, you heard that? Okay. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it for some reason. Thank you, Locally Sourced. Locally Sourced is part of the solution. Locally Sourced, tell me about yourself. Where are you from? Locally Sourced, do you have a camera? Let me bring Locally Sourced on here. Let me bring Locally Sourced into the live. Anybody who wants to join the live, get your camera ready, get your lights ready, click that link, get into the live. The live is, we're getting to the end of the show. But as Locally Sourced has become a member of the 300, he's applied to the 300, because I have to still do a little bit of vetting of everybody who's applied. Make sure everybody's on point. Let me bring people in. Let's have a quick convo before I sign out of here. Locally Sourced, click the link, jump on. Get your camera on point, get your lighting on point, get your sound on point. Locally Sourced, click the link. Locally Sourced, and I like the name, Locally Sourced. I like the name, Locally Sourced. Good day.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, good day, good day. How are you doing?
Man. Thank you. I'm good, man. Thank you.
Where are you calling
And also, I'm calling from Texas. This audio.
All
So
right, all right, all right. What's your heritage? You look Nigerian.
I am Nigerian actually.
There you go. See,
Yeah, Nigerian. Yeah, mom's Yoruba and dad is Ijaw.
I have the antenna. I have the but yeah, man, no, thanks for joining. I appreciate that. I mean, this is it's important that people step up to the plate with this, and I think being part of the solution is what we want. I think 2025 is going to be a big year.
I agree. And I've been watching your content for a while. Funny enough, you're talking about TikTok. I actually found you on TikTok.
Yeah,
But that was
yeah.
like back in the early days when it wasn't
Back
as yeah,
right, right.
as
It's
sanctioned.
sad.
But yeah. But
It's
the
sad.
video, like I said, great video is exactly how I'm feeling. So basically, let me go back to your first question. I'm living in Texas right now, Austin, Texas, born in Nigeria.
Oh, you were
But
born in Nigeria.
yeah, born in Nigeria. Yeah,
Okay,
born in
okay.
Nigeria. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So, but no, to your point, like this is the time with Mali and Niger, that whole region, like
Right,
standing up
right,
for ourselves, like that gave me personally so much energy to fight for myself and my country and my people. It just
right,
showed like we people out there, same age as me. I'm 32.
right.
Traore
Yeah,
is
right, right.
35.
30,
So I'm like, man,
36,
if
36. Yeah,
he's 36, so I'm like, if he's doing that and he has that mindset, he finally has access to the same information that I have access to. So like we
right,
are on the same path. So like if
right.
more people are out there thinking like that, so
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I said this yesterday that people don't know how special a guy this guy is. I don't
yeah,
think people really, like I said it in my live yesterday. We read about these people in history, we read about these kings and these people who did all of these things in African history and we discover them and stuff. And I try to tell people that, do you realize that there's a guy now who's one of those guys?
yeah,
In 50 years, they're going to talk about him as one of those guys. And we're alive to see him ascend.
yes,
He's ascending in our lifetime. Do you know how amazing
yeah.
that is?
I
There's a lot
I
of people
agree.
who don't experience that. They don't.
Yeah,
And the thing is, for a guy of your age, he's your age.
yes, yes,
So it's like
yes,
you're seeing your
yes,
guy, like you're with
yes,
him as
yep,
one of these kings rise,
yep,
and you have
yep,
the opportunity to do. That's why I told people, I said, my God, if I could meet this guy in real life, that'd be one of the best days of my life.
yeah. No, I
Because I
agree.
would
That's
look,
also one of my goals, honestly. Like
yeah,
if I can, I will. Like everything that I'm doing from this point on in my life, like I have adjusted my life to the cause of freeing our people. Like I switched from sales to fitness and health because I figure, based on my studies, that's one of the things that we just don't have a handle on is like true fitness, health, nutrition
right,
for
right.
ourselves. So like
Yep,
I'm in that health space now, working on
yep.
opening up gyms and like that whole nine for
Talk
like
to
to
me. If you
start to
need
like
help,
build.
if you need help, if you need promotion, I'll do it for you for free. Let me know. When you need
100%.
help, you
Yeah,
need to promote your business,
yeah,
get yourself on the ground, get yourself set up, DM me, message me. I don't see my DMs a lot, so you're gonna have to hit me multiple times because I get like
gotcha,
1,000 messages a day.
gotcha.
Email me or whatever. When you need help to promote your business, let me know. Okay,
I
because I
will,
agree
I
with,
will,
if you're
I
doing
will.
local, you're doing food and health and that, I'm
Yeah.
into that. So
So
let
locally
me know.
sourced is actually a media company that I was running 5-6 years ago in Austin, Texas, that I had to put to the side because the industry in the specific area was not conducive to supporting Black entertainment, and
Mm,
I was putting in too much money into my production, and I was losing more than I was gaining, and I got to a point where I was like, man, this is a futile journey. Like I don't have enough money to sustain what I need to sustain. So that's why I
right.
switched to trying to be my own boss and build a business in an industry that is long lasting
Let
and
me
that
give
I
this
care
guy a
about.
round of applause here. Let me give this guy a round of
Thank
applause.
you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
You see, this guy that we're listening to here, what's your name?
AB.
I'm proud of this dude.
Thank you, man. Thank
This
you.
guy right here, this is the kind of Nigerian, this kind of African that we need. His mentality, the fact that he saw a problem with the community He's not waiting for people to help him out, to do for him. He's not begging. He's not asking people for. He's doing for himself. That is a big deal. And this is the kind of guy that needs to be representing us. This is the kind of example that we need. The way, I mean, listen, I don't know you, so I don't know whether it's all talk. I don't know. But,
No.
But what you're saying, it sounds hot. Like it sounds good. So whatever the case may be, this is what I like to hear. You're not coming to whine. You're not coming on the live to just be whining. Oh, look at what they did and they whatever. Solution-based.
Yeah. I'm reading what they did. I'm reading right now African history before 1885 because I need to know the history. Like I need to know what happened because
100%.
It doesn't help me to revel in anger. I need the knowledge to move forward better.
Yes. So you
like,
don't make the mistakes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
yes. No, 100%. Look, I like this. I like this a lot. And you know, this is sort of why I wanted to create the 300, because if somebody like you is in there, I have people in there who are 60, people who are in there in their 70s, people who are in there who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, people from all different age groups. And hopefully when we hit the target of 300 people and we have our first meeting, to see everybody together and understanding that we are hitting every generation of people that, like, I'm older than you. Like I'm an old guy. I'm a middle-aged man. You know, I look young, but I'm not young. So for my thing is like, so you're like my brother's age, you know, my youngest brother's age. So I look at that and I'm like, man, you know, to see that you're going to influence generations behind you, because there's guys in their 20s who are going to look at you and be like, oh, this guy isn't talking about the club and hip hop and this is what I tell people, and I'm not fake. Girls are good.
That's
The strip clubs are fine. The drink is fine.
I agree.
I'm not one of those guys. You might catch me there. I don't want to say anything. You know, I'm not saying that these things are bad, but priorities. Priorities.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Priorities. I will never tell people that they shouldn't enjoy and have fun. Never. I've been young. I've been 20. I will never say that. But it is about instilling in us that we cannot walk the path that the white man walks because we cannot afford to.
Yeah.
We can't afford it. So when I look at young Black people, I'm like, listen, I get that you want to be like Chad or Becky. I get that. But we can't afford to. Their ancestors created a world that allows them to be emancipated.
Yeah.
We can't afford that. It's the same thing about a lot of the conversations that we have around certain things that I say, listen, for Africans, that we don't have the luxury of living to those same standards because of the pressure that we're under.
Yeah. I agree. Like,
you know,
I tell people this all the time, and this is one of the things that helped to kind of put into perspective for me when I sat down to look at it. My father was born 20 years before Nigeria got its independence from the British.
Exactly. You think of exactly.
So right. Like I have clients right now who are the age of like who should be my parents, and my dad should be my grandfather. But I have clients right now who I train that are like 60, and they're like, man, your dad is 80 something. Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, that's my dad. So like for me, the perspective is I have to make up for the generations that I lost, because they had grandfather and great grandfather where I just had my dad. And I don't know what my grandfather did, because he was born, I don't know, early 1900s, whatever.
1900s,
so, exactly. So for me, I am their grandfather. I have to do what their grandfather did to make a world for them to be able to walk free and have fun and go clubbing. Like I have to do that frontiersman work. Like that's, for me, that's how I see it. So there's a beauty in that, because I get to be potentially the builder of a generation of strong African children.
Man, this guy, man. So, exactly. Listen, you're on point. You're on point. Do you have a platform?
I'm on TikTok, and I have my YouTube that I'm working on building my YouTube back up right now.
You need to start putting your message out. you need to start putting your message out. I'm telling you, you need to start putting it, figure out a way
Thank you.
to like
Yeah.
articulate it, figure out a way to, you know, package it a little bit cleaner, get your camera right, your lighting. You need to start putting your message out because people don't, how do I put this? It's like, I don't think you're a minority, but I don't believe that your mentality has enough of a visual presence
Yeah.
in society. So I don't
Yes.
believe that you're the only one who thinks like that. I think that there's a lot of young
I
black
agree.
men
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
think like you, but unfortunately, you don't have enough of a voice for people to know that no, there are a lot of black men in America who have this mentality, who are still connected to Africa, who, and also in Africa as well, who are focused on actually building together.
Yeah.
And I think that the more that you put that image out there, the more comfortable people like you will be to come out and speak.
Yeah.
Because
I
what I
always,
think, yeah, go on.
I was gonna say I've always been like a background person. Like my background is being behind the camera. So like I never really liked to be in front of the camera too much. I stream sometimes, but with everything going on in the past 6 months, specifically in the USA, I have decided that enough is enough of me being quiet. That's why I'm even here right now doing this. Like normally I would just like have ignored you saying get on and I would just never even
Right,
click the
right,
link.
right, right, right.
But I made a pact to myself to we need like you said, we need more people like me out in the public being outspoken about what it is to be this kind of individual and showing that there's more people out there who think like this. I do a lot of, like I said, I'm a trainer, so I do a lot of gym streams. So like that's kind of my way of like trying to get into that space is like do a
Right,
lot of
right,
fitness streams and like kind of like using that as an entry point to say, hey,
right.
we can work out and get big and get swole, but we can also talk about positivity and growth and safety and protection for our families and our sisters and everything like that. So like we can do both. We can listen to whatever music, but we can also talk positive and read books and challenge each other and grow with each other and make each other better men all
Mm,
in every facet. So
right.
that's kind of like what I'm trying to do. Working on a podcast as well right now as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I would
Yeah,
advise you to do is that pick, you know, when they say get your niche, pick something
yeah,
very specific.
yeah.
Don't spread around too much. If you're a
Hmm.
fitness person, that is a very, very good thing to be involved with. Focus on that. Just
Okay.
focus on that. Like, just, you know, you can expand later, but
Yeah.
focus on that for now. And we know that, listen, Nigerians and Africans are very unhealthy. We know this, you know, they're not
Hmm.
eating the right diets. And when I say that, I'm not talking about, you know, in the villages, they're still healthy, but in the
Yeah.
cities, the
Yeah.
major cities, guys are not eating right anymore. You know, we've sort
Mhm.
of detached from the traditional foods that we used to have. And more importantly, the reason why we used to eat so many, our diets are very carbohydrate dense and calorie
Mhm.
dense because we
Yeah.
used to work so much. You're walking
Yes.
long distances, you're in the fields, you're farming, you're hunting, you're doing, that was the African lifestyle. We weren't driving
Mhm.
around everywhere, we weren't doing all of this. That's the reason why our diets haven't changed, but our lifestyle has changed.
Yes.
So now we're dealing with a lot of diabetes, gout, all of these conditions that we're now
IBS.
getting,
Yeah.
that we didn't used to have, high blood pressure and everything. So I think, funny enough, I have a video that I shot in 2023 May on diabetes and diet and food that I haven't even released. I filmed that thing in 2023 May, almost 2 years ago. I need to release it, but I just keep thinking that, oh, maybe next month, maybe next month.
Yeah.
My whole channel went in a different direction because back then I was still doing sort of different things. So I have a bunch of videos I never even put out because my channel went in a different direction. But I'm very interested in food, health, and fitness. I haven't done any of that stuff yet,
Mhm.
but that is a big part of what I do is I mean, you know, gym, health, fitness, and all these sort of things are very important, and food. So I think that you're in a good space and it's something that if you're passionate about it, you can definitely connect that with everything else you're talking about.
Yeah. True.
You can definitely
True.
connect that with everything else you're
True.
talking about. And because of your age, it's a perfect age. You're in your 30s now. This is a great age for you to be able to capture people in their 20s and people in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
You know, so your audience can be good. The one thing I'll tell you is that what you need to do, start your channel, find a female influencer that you can pair up with that already has a following.
Okay.
If you can find an African female influencer, because that, again, the reason why I say this, and this is all psychology, that's what guys will gravitate to if they're going to click on your channel.
True.
Then they'll see that you're talking sense.
Yeah.
It will help you supercharge it. Otherwise, your graft will be slower because who you'll be getting will just be the people who are really serious about getting knowledge.
Yeah. True.
If you want to supercharge things, you just get a woman that looks good, she's in fitness, she's going to at least bring in some people and eyeballs, and then they will realize what you're talking about is sensible, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, man, look, thank you for jumping on. Like I said, I think that it's a very good thing that make sure that she's
for sure, man. For sure. Definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Listen, man, you might see a co-host on my channel soon.
Yeah.
You might see a co-host on my channel soon. Like,
you're right, though. Yeah, you're right. You got to play the game in full. So
yeah, no, you have to in order to and I actually think, you know, that audience is really underserved, Black women in that age group when it comes to, and again, not relationship stuff.
Yeah.
That's oversaturated.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
All this talk, no, forget that.
Too much.
That,
way too much.
yeah, that sort of demographic of, you're talking about fitness, health, food, and issues within the Black female world that don't revolve around their relationship with men. I think that you would be onto something there.
Yeah.
I think that you would be onto something.
You know, funny enough, man, today, like, I actually just got my third job with a gym company. So, like, now my funds are actually, like, in line to where I can actually, because a lot of the things that hold me back is, like, funding, but I like to work to fund myself. I don't want to, like, you know, need somebody else per se.
Right.
But it also makes you just, like, balance it. That's for me. But today was a day where, like, a lot of the two jobs that I was working on, they finally got back to me, and I got the jobs that I was trying to get. So now I'm fully, like, in line to where I have everything I need. And this conversation was actually, like, another, like, kick in the butt to, like, all right, this is it. Like, this is something that you're going to do because you have to do it and you're meant to do it. So yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No,
thank you, man. Thank
that's
you,
really
brother.
good. Yeah. So listen, keep me updated. Like
Definitely,
I said,
I
I
will.
will help you when you're ready. And you're in the 300 now, so you can actually bring your thoughts when we have our meetings.
Yeah.
You can talk to everybody who's there, because the good thing about that group is you never know who you're talking to, because I would assume that everybody in there is going to have some money. I know one guy who is joining who is definitely got a lot of money, you know? So you never know if you've got really cool ideas. I will definitely allow a space for people to talk about what businesses they're doing, so that maybe somebody in the group will be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I want to invest. Maybe I want to support, you know? So I will, this community, I have a lot of plans of the ways in which I believe that it can actually stimulate entrepreneurship within our community and outside of it as well, in terms of maybe having outreach to people in Africa who need money. Because if you can invest $10,000 in a business in Lagos, that is like giving somebody $1 million over there.
True.
You know, for certain people, it can really get them going with what they're doing. But anyway, thank you so much. I'll let you go now.
Thank you,
but yeah,
brother.
keep
Have
me
a good night.
updated, all right?
I will, man. Thank you for having me.
All right, later. Excellent. You see, I like those sort of conversations. I really like those sort of conversations. You know, that sort of thing really, really makes me happy to see people like that who are doing what he's doing. Faro, you said that you're joined. Okay, you applied yesterday, Faro 561. I will look out for your application. Faro 561. I will look out for your application once I get off here. Let's see, let me terminate this. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, look, we've got. You know what? As you know, as people are saying, I think I do need some. I think that, you know, we are missing a female perspective on things. I've tried to reach out to some female content creators. I should probably try a bit harder to bring them onto the platform from time to time to have conversations. So I will start looking for that, because I do think that there is, obviously I have my angle, but I think that the Black African female perspective on a lot of the topics we talk about is a little bit different to what I would be saying. It's a little bit different to what I would be saying. So I definitely want to access that as well. All right. We're getting to the end of the show. Guys. This was a good one. This was a really good one. I like this. I like this conversation. Let me just check. I'm just looking at the comments. Fair International University. True. Okay, I think I answered all of these. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in the show. This was good. We will reconvene. I will now go and take care of a few things.